Hello there, this is Stratovarius and you are watching Dark Melody!
Buenas a todos, bienvenidos a una nueva entrevista en The Dark Melody desde el 70.000 toneladas de metal. ¿Cómo le va, Brunito?
Querido, todo bien, y ahora vamos a entrevistar a nada menos que Stratovarius.
Nada menos que Stratovarius, que se copó casi toda la banda, menos el bajista, estaban todos ahí, así que...
El bajista, hay que decir, no mala onda, sino que está dando una clínica, estuvo un ratito, muy buena,
Pasan
la verdad, un
muchas cosas en el barco al mismo
pasa
tiempo.
muchas cosas juntos, y bueno, ahora vamos a ver a los Stratos, a ver qué pasa.
Lo dejamos con la charla.
Yeah. Okay, people, thank you for the interview. This is not your first time on the cruise, right? You have been here, I think, long time ago.
3 times.
Three times.
Third time.
How can you qualify the experience, and how can you compare it with other festivals, non-cruise festivals?
Well, this is the biggest cruise festival I think that there is. And of course, comparing to other festivals, it's totally different. You know, it's interesting also for us because there's so many bands and it's easy to reach them, and if you are tired you can go to sleep and then you can drink a bit and then you can go to see the bands, and there's a lot of friends here, and all the people, the fans we've met, they're very polite, and it's a nice experience.
Mm-hmm. And yesterday you played Patience in its entirety.
Yeah.
I think it's for the first time ever, or you played full before?
When was we did play it in?
I think 2014 was the first time we played
Yeah,
Vision.
2014 we played maybe 4 or 5 of those shows in Finland.
Yeah, only in Finland.
That album
Once in
was-
Milan also.
Yeah.
Milan, yeah, that's true, but that
Oh,
was the
yeah.
only exception.
Well, there are very specific times for you
Yeah.
to play that album because it's a very special album. It was an instrumental album for power metal in general, and for me to discover power metal with that album. So,
Okay.
how was that prepared? Is this a special challenge for you to learn the songs again that you don't play often? How was the experience for you?
A little bit, yeah.
It's always like that,
Yeah.
because like most of course we play like Black Diamond and Kiss of
Yeah.
Judas, Paradise, like that's like stuff like what it's always there.
Mm-hmm.
But then the rest of the songs, of course, you need to get prepared, and then like it's been 10 years since we played that. It's like a completely new song again, you know, when you start to practice it again. So.
And how do you reflect on the album more than 25 years has passed in the release of that album, and how do you consider it in your discography? Is it important to you, to the metal scene in general? How do you reflect on it?
I think it's probably in a way our most important album. First step to me was when Jens joined the band and Jörg for episode, and then we got Visions, and then suddenly we got a lot of shows and people reacted positively to our music, and I think it's still probably the most important album. And it's, at least to me, it's still like, it's cool to sing those songs. They're melodic, good riffs, and you know, nice melodies, and people seem to like it. So
It's amazing album, yeah.
It was like somehow, how would I put it? It was a very important part of that wave that came. So it was also, we were carried by the wave. It was not like we made this wave, you know. There was like so many other bands also. You could really kind of feel it because you are too young to remember, but let's say 96, it felt very different from 92.
Yes.
You were probably like, yeah, I was like 3 years old then. But 92 was like all about rap and fucking, you know, like grunge and,
yeah.
you know, this type of
Yes.
shit. And in the United States, it was like blanketed by this garbage. You know, the labels were just like spreading this.
Yes.
Like, so
But-
when it
but-
came back in 98, 99, it felt like a new, like a fucking...
Like mid to late 90s, the power metal exploded and
exactly.
became this big thing
yeah,
globally.
I think the album helped, and of course this wave, it helped the album. It was kind of like a synergy thing.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very strange, but you could really feel it somehow in the air almost, like, and then of course in Finland, many other bands, I think, saw our success and then just went from there. Like if they can do it, then fucking we can do it also. There's like many bands that we meet that said that. So.
And don't you think like power metal as a genre is living some kind of revival or second wave lately on the last years?
There's many newer bands, we've seen them many on the boat.
Yeah,
here.
like a new boom from
New
power
generation
metal.
of power metal, and it's becoming something like a cycle of music.
Yeah, little bit for sure. And then they add their own stuff to this power metal that we've been playing, and then they create their own sound. But of course, you can clearly see that there are a lot of bands who are influenced, well, not only by us, but older power metal. That's clear. Yeah.
Yeah, I can definitely see that there's a new wave of kind of like modern power metal rising. There's a lot of great bands coming in all the time, and getting like more and more like noticing and more like YouTube views and streams. So it's like getting stronger and stronger. It used to be like, let's say 10 years ago, we weren't the greatest music genre ever, but like I think it's like coming like back like slowly.
Yeah.
And in a few months, you're returning to South America, from where we're from. Not to Uruguay this time, because we were from Uruguay.
Okay. Sorry about that. We
No.
are not doing that.
Not up to you, but
Yeah.
how do you feel about Latin American crowds returning to South America? What can we expect from the shows?
We don't know yet what songs we will play because we don't.
Play Visions again.
Probably not. We can consider it in the future. Maybe when. How old is this album now? It's already like.
Yeah.
28,
Yeah.
I think 28.
So maybe in a few years, maybe we do a special Visions tour all over the world. But of course, for us, every time we come to South America, it's like, fuck. The fans are so great. It's so like, okay, the fans are also good in Europe, but when we go down there, it's like
Extra level.
Yeah, it's
This
like,
goes to 11, man.
right.
Yeah,
It's like sometimes when you play, the people are singing so loud that even though I have in-ears, they're louder than me, and it's like, wow, all right.
Amazing.
And now, what after that? You have those tours, and what long-term plans we can expect from Stratovarius?
Well, we are slowly composing more songs, but it's a little bit slow process in our case, because we decided before the last album that we try to create something together which is different from the past. Last album, Jens and Matthias and me, basically we were in the same room composing, and it's kind of a problem because we all are not living in Finland, so we need to like schedule things. So we started already composing, but I don't know if any of those songs will end up on the next album. We don't
but
know.
the process is already started, and then let's see in the future. We don't have anything like deadlines set yet. Or
It's also, I think, when you make an album, it's actually it's like a loss for the band. It's quite expensive. So in my mind, it's like we have to make the best songs to make this shot count, somehow. Like it's like, and of course, it took us 7 years to record the last album. Well, I understand Symphony X, their last album was like 2015, and they still don't have another one.
That's right.
I think they're a little bit in the same dilemma that it's like, fuck, this is expensive. Like we are touring, we are doing good, because the way Spotify and stuff is, you make most of the money from the live shows, but Spotify doesn't pay so much.
Well,
so it's like,
how does it work? Because I see a lot of musicians complain about Spotify.
well, you can have millions of streams and they don't pay so much. That's the problem.
They don't.
No.
No.
What is it? 0.000.
It's a lot of zeros, yeah.
It's a rip-off. This guy is millionaire. This Swedish guy. It's a billionaire.
The way they count it is kind of complicated, but it's like if you're on the same Spotify as like Taylor Swift, and she has like 45 billion plays, and you have 1 million, it's like, oh, this is like very bad.
And it's like $5
She takes-
for that meal.
Exactly. The formula is like
here's your beer. Thank you for your music.
But I think what Jens is trying to say is that in our case, we don't want to release just an album every second year to release an album.
exactly.
Because then it would not be good songs, to be honest. You can compose, well, somebody can compose good songs in a year and produce, but it's better to spend more time and release an album which has good songs. Even though the album sales don't pay back, but then the people like it and then they come to see the shows.
Of course.
So
You have to also understand that metal is totally different, because we are actually like composing the songs. We don't have this kind of like a
team.
team of composers, who are doing that for their profession. Like we just want to do like music what we want to hear. Pop and this kind of rap stuff or whatever, you always have the team behind it. You can have like 15 to fucking 50 different people like writing, and then you can just take the best part of it and.
You don't work with music producers.
Oh, he's producing.
He's a
all
producer.
Well, yeah, basically I'm the producer here, but
You're the
like
producer.
and then how we do it, like we now gather to the room and then somebody has an idea and then we take the idea and we make a quick demo out of it and we try it. If it works, then it works. Then we try to compose a song around the idea. Sometimes it's a miss, sometimes it's a hit.
Yeah.
You know, that's the way it goes.
Okay, guys, that's it for the interview. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hope to catch you guys in Latin America.
Yeah,
again.
well,
Yeah, we're gonna see you there.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, definitely.
Sure.